36.
Ramakrishner Veditale Mora Miliachi Ekran. Ramakrishner Veditale Mora Miliachi Ekran. Paraya para vida shadia lobhi bodhi Ramakrishner Veditale Mora Miliachi Ekran. Shurje Koriya Anga Bhushan Shokero Gane Dhoribo Jiban. Shurje Koriya Anga Bhushan Shokero Gane Dhoribo Jiban. সর্বশক্তি আছে অন্তরে জানিয়াছি সন্ধান বিবেকের জয়গান বিবেকের জয়গান রামকৃষ্ণের বেদিতালে মোরা মিলিয়াছি এক সেবার সাধনা সভায় মানুষ হইব মোরা তাই যে মোদের জাতির সাধনা সেই সনাতন ধারা সেবার সাধনা সভায় মানুষ হইব মোরা জাতির সাধনা সেই সনাতন ধারা বিবেকের সেনা আমরা সবাই উন্নতশীল মোদের সদাই বিবেকের সেনা আমরা সবাই উন্নতশীল মোদের সদাই উচ্চ কণ্ঠে মোরা গেয়ে যায় মহামিলনের গান বিবেকের জয়গান বিবেকের জয়গান গাহি আনন্দে জয় মহামারী গাহি আনন্দে জয় মহামারী জয় জয় ভগবান জয় জয় ভগবান জয় জয় ভগবান জয় জয় ভগবান রামকৃষ্ণের বেদিতালে মোরা মিলিয়াছি এক প্রাণ পরায় পরা বিদ্যা সাধিয়া যোগিব দীর্ঘ জ্ঞান রামকৃষ্ণের বেদিতালে মোরা মিলিয়াছি এক প্রাণ
Welcome everyone to this very special occasion, the closing ceremony of the 25th anniversary Silver Jubilee celebration of our Vedanta Center here Also, the 125th anniversary of the founding of the Ramakrishna Math in Mission. When Swami Vivekananda came back from his first visit to the West, and they all met at Balaram Bose's house, and they had that very special meeting on May 1st in 1897. Exactly 100 years later, we started our center, because this is their 125th or 25th. So we started 100 years after the beginning of Belur Math was founded. So it's a very special occasion. Plus, exactly 10 years ago today, we inaugurated this, what we call the temple portion here. Most of the sadhus were here at that time, and with a beautiful murti that we have of Sri Ramakrishna. So it's a very special welcome to our invited guests, Swami Sarvadevananda ji. He's guest and host, both. He has a dual role because he's the spiritual head of our center here. We're very, very fortunate. The first Swami Swahananda ji and now Swami Sarvadevananda ji. And Swami Prapanananda ji Maharaj has come from Sacramento. And Swami Ishatmananda ji from Chicago. And Swami Nirmalatmananda ji all the way from Brazil. Swami Tattvamananda ji from San Francisco. And Prafrajika Shuddhatma Pranaji. Where are you? So hiding in back. So we offer our pranam to all of you. Very grateful that you could all come. I will be inviting Swami Sarvadevananda to give the formal welcome, but I thought I would also say a few words in the beginning about the beginning of our center. Many of you know the story, and many were actually here from the very, very beginning. How many people were here? See? Yeah, so there's a lot of continuity from the very beginning. The center, we can say, began in 1894 when Swami Vivekananda came. He came to Baltimore, a special invitation to Baltimore. They were his brothers, the Ruman brothers. They wanted to start some university or something in Baltimore. It never happened, but from there he came to Washington, D.C., and had some interest in starting a center in Washington at that time. He expressed some interest, but before he could do anything, he went back to New York, and the first Vedanta society, not just of this country, but anywhere, was founded in New York in, I believe, November in 1894. So that was the very beginning. There were many, many attempts. Swami Abhedananda ji had some group here. Swami Paramananda ji had some group here. There was a center in the 30s, Swami Vividishananda ji. In fact, there was some recording, he gave some speech on the radio for the 100th anniversary of Sri Ramakrishna in 1936. So there are many different attempts to start something here. Swami Ranganathananda ji Maharaj, he came many times. Swami Bhashananda ji, so many of the Swamis came. We know that Paramatana ji Maharaj came, and Swami Tathagatananda ji came, and of course our Swami Swahananda ji. And we have a great debt of gratitude to Swami Swahananda ji, because he was the one who was persistent. He was actually inspired by Gopesh Maharaj, the Swami Sarvadevananda ji, Holy Mother's disciple, one of the great saintly Swamis of our order. He had a theory, and Swami Swahananda ji knew this, that every capital town, a city or major town of a district should have a center, an ashram there. So Swami Swahananda ji always had that in mind. There should be something in Washington, D.C. And he wrote many letters to headquarters that he was willing to take charge and to take responsibility if they would give permission. And ultimately, there was a lot of confusion because they thought, how can we have a branch center of Southern California in Washington, D.C., almost 3,000 miles away? But ultimately, there was a split in the vote. and Swami Puttashananji, when I was president, then he gave the deciding vote. I had just come back from India. This was in 1996. I had had my sannyasa that year. I came back, and I'd spent 16 years in Trabuco Canyon, the branch of Vedanta Society of Southern California, and was very, very happy there. I loved it there. I loved the old swamis who were there, and I loved the place and everything. But as soon as I got back, Swami Swahananda pulled me aside one day and said that he was thinking of starting something in Washington, D.C. Would I be willing to go there? So I told him I wasn't anxious. I was very happy in Trabuco. But if he really wanted me to go, that I would go. And he took that as an instant yes. So he was fine with it. Plus, I didn't think it would ever happen, to be perfectly honest, because he used to write letters to headquarters all the time with different plans. And headquarters would always write back, we'll take it under consideration. So I thought this was not, why fight him and say I won't go if it's not going to happen? So I agreed to go, but ultimately it happened. And he said to me that you'll see there's a great blessing to do pioneer work for the order. And it's true, I owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude for giving me this opportunity to come here. Now I have to mention Swami Brahmarupanandaji was here even before the center, and he did a tremendous work in keeping the group together. There was a strong group here at that time. Swamiji unfortunately got back from India the other day and is not feeling well, so he's not able to join us now. But he played a tremendous role in keeping the group together here. So in any event, Swami Swahananda and I came together a couple of times. We met with all the devotees here. We met in a couple of the homes, Shukladi's home. We met, and who else? Is here Dvivedi's house. We met in your house, apparently. And B.C. Nair's house, we met, and Jayanta's house. Yeah. And we, in December 1996, we were looking for a property. And the idea at that time was that one of our devotees would buy a house in Wheaton, not too far from here, and that would be the center and I would live in the basement. That was the original plan. We saw several places. None of them were very nice. There was no parking. There wasn't much space for devotees to stay. But anyhow, we put a bid on one house, and we're wrangling over a few $1,000s to lower the price, and they wouldn't agree. In the meantime, another devotee, Anita, she was a real estate agent. She said, can I show you a few places? So Swami Swahananda was tired at that time. He said, you go without me. So I went without him. And there was a snowstorm that day, so everything was covered with snow. She took us to a few different places. The last place she took us to was this property. And at that time, it was full of trees. It looked very much different from the way it looks today. It was filled with trees, and we drove in, and the deer were all over the place, and this little house, just the little house was there. And I fell in love with the property. It was beautiful. So I went back and I told the Swamiji that this place is really nice. And he said, how much is it? And it was about double the price. It was $330,000 for 5.3 acres. So he looked at me, he said, are you willing to go into debt for this? I said, yes, Maharaj. He said, then go for it then. Lagao. He said, go for it. And he never even saw it that time. So that's how the center started. And we also owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to the devotees who worked so hard for the center. I remember the early days, everybody outside, even that little pond that you see in front, that was dug by hand by devotees, and how much work we did with the basement in the old house. We put rooms up and put the walls up and did everything. So it's really been a tremendous blessing, Thakur's blessing on all of us, that this center has come into existence. Our devotees are so wonderful. We're so grateful to everything they've done to work for the center. So we're very happy that we have this occasion where we can celebrate all together. Before I invite Swamiji to come, I just want to go over the schedule a little with everyone. Swamiji will give the welcoming address tonight, and then we'll invite everyone to the basement to have supper with us. Tomorrow, we have Ram Navami Puja. That will start at 11 o'clock, and there'll be some bhajans, and we'll have, as usual, our flower offerings and Arati, and then we'll have lunch at around 1 o'clock. Then we have a panel discussion scheduled for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 to 4:30. This is the ideals of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, a look at the early years of the movement. And Swami Prapananandaji will be speaking on Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Ishatmanandaji on Holy Mother, and Swami Tattwamayanandaji on Swamiji. So the format will be, they'll speak for about 20 minutes each, and then we'll have paper and pen and everything, as usual. Then we'll have a half hour of questions after that. Then there'll be a tea break. We also have some video presentation from the temple opening 10 years ago. We can show during the tea and coffee break. Arati will be, as tonight, 6 o'clock. Everything is moved up. So that'll be 6 o'clock. And then we'll have Ramadan Sankirtan. That will be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And then everyone invited for dinner after that. And Sunday morning, 11 o'clock, the Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj, he'll give the keynote address to everyone. Lunch at 1. And then a second panel discussion, putting the ideals of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda into practice, the future of the Vedanta movement in the West. So it'll be a looking back at the past tomorrow and looking to the future on Sunday. Swami Brahmarupanandaji was supposed to do one session. I'll fill in for him on Sri Ramakrishna. And then Pravrajika Shuddhatma Pranaji, she'll speak on Holy Mother, and Swami Nirmalatmanandaji will speak on Swamiji. Then another tea break, Arati meditation at 6. Then we have a very nice classical music concert, sitar. There's Shivashish Laha. He's our own devotee, our own local devotee. So we're very happy that he's agreed to play. And some of you may remember this Monir Hussain. He played with Anupama Bhagwat, maybe at the original temple opening. I don't remember if it was that time or another time. So basically, this is our schedule. We hope you can all join in as much as possible. If you can't come in person, everything is being live streamed. And now I will invite Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj, head of Vedanta Society of Southern California, with all the branches throughout the country, and also the spiritual guide for our very own center. So Maharaj, please come.
Om Sthapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharma Sarupine Avatara Varishthaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. It is my extreme joy to be present on this very special occasion of celebrating the Silver Jubilee year of this Vedanta Center of Greater Washington, D.C. It is the event which coincided with the 125th year of the origination of, or the establishment of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission by Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivek, and this is first I welcome the Swamis. This center is there for preaching Vedantic ideals and to live up to that ideal. Here we are very blessed today to find some of the Swamis who are actually preaching this message by their presence, by their dedication, by their life, and by their very personality, the message of Vedanta, the core principle of our very life. We have Swami Prapanananda, as just Swami Atmagyanananda has mentioned. He is the Sacramento, that's the center. What the Sacramento Center does, same, the worship, Vedantic preaching, and training, giving the instruction for spiritual development through meditation and other, and intellectual teachings about the understanding of true meaning of religion, etc., as said by Swami Vivekananda. So, actually, we need the blessings of these Swamis who are actually leading this movement, Ramakrishna movement, Vivekananda movement, and Vedanta movement amongst the masses, among the people. So similarly, we find some Ishatmanandaji, how these sadhus have worked for their whole life, wherever they are placed, to spread the message of the Master and the message of Swami Vivekananda and Holy Mother, and to give inspiration to everyone, to awaken in their inner consciousness. So, Chicago is the heart of what we call this movement, because Swamiji spoke there. And it is continuing there, that tradition. And this Swami is here. There is Swami Tattvamayananda holding from San Francisco. It's a very prestigious center of ours. How many years it is continuing this message. Similarly, we find from Nirmalatmanandaji from Brazil. It's the same. He is actually giving this Vedantic movement a forward movement by his presence, by his life, and by his teaching. So this, and you find that here also Suddhatma Pranaji, you probably most of you have visited Ridgely, which is associated with the presence of Swami Vivekananda, the retreat center. People go there to feel the presence of Swami Vivekananda and his inspiring life and message. So, it is a joyous occasion that we are meeting together, and also I will have to welcome all of the monastics, and also the Swami Atmagyanananda, I should have to say. He is to welcome, he is the host, he is the guest, whatever. But the point is that his contribution for what we are having now is Sri Ramakrishna has inspired Swami Swahananda, and through his inspiration it worked through someone. So we are also very thankful for him. And Swami Brahmarupanandaji, his contribution is tremendous behind all this success till today. And also the devotees who participated from the very beginning. I also came in 94 at the very beginning when this situation was going on. So to really feel that how much love and dedication is behind this present center. So I thank everyone, and I welcome every one of you here to this joyous occasion of remembering this purpose and remembering the principle of this organization, to think about the success of this movement, how it is happening in our life, and how the future destiny may be put forward. We all know Swami Vivekananda said in very simple word that my ideal indeed can be put into few words. And that is, one, to preach unto mankind their divinity, and another is the how to make it manifest in every moment of life. This is the principle for which this Vedanta societies, all the Ramakrishna mission is functioning. One point, to preach unto mankind their divinity. We forgot our divinity, and we are feeling that we are these little tiny personalities, born to die, to suffer, to cry and weep. and end our journey. But no, Swamiji has come, Ramakrishna has come to give this inspiration. That is the foundation and inspirational principle of this whole order. And it is not a theory, but how to make it manifest in every moment of life. That is the need of this type of centers, where from this pulpit, how many times it has been, we heard the reminder that we are not the body, not the mind, not the created beings or the senses, but we are something more than that. How many times it has been hammered on this point again and again by extraordinary spiritual personalities who came over here and inspired, and how much it created an impact in the mind of the people who came, maybe sometimes not known to any of the philosophies. World needs this idea that we are in our innate nature, we are the divine, and to manifest the divinity, that is the fundamental point. And that it gives scope for that, and it is the continuous flow of the Swamis and their devotees who lead this life, come over here, and they contribute to the vibration already created by the presence of these resident Swamis, the regular devotees, and by their coming in contact with that, they get the inspiration and we get the inspiration both ways. So this is the purpose of this mission. And that was the Vivekananda's vision, that it is not talking only, but to implement into our life. That's why this every center is to make a better person. And not only better person, a spiritual person. Spiritual person not, illumined persons, the knowers of God, knowers of divinity. What a great task. The whole world is going in another direction. And this is a pull into the other direction, that we have to lift ourselves from this mundane to the divine. So this, Swamiji says, stand up and express the divinity within you. Awake, awake. It's a call of awakening. Awake, awake, great ones. The world is burning in misery. Can you sleep? Let us call and call till the sleeping gods awake, till the God within answers the call. What more is life? What great work? We think great work. What great work? Swamiji says, awake, awake. And he is calling all of us great ones. Who will call like that? Who will care for us? We are dummies and puppies in this world, no? We are all feeling, and how this whole world is saying you are nothing. And here is a call of Swami Vivekananda to telling that you are great ones, we are all great ones. And we are to only awake, awake. Who will make us awake? How shall we awake? Day and night listening that you are nothing, you are worthless in the field of life, you fail to earn money, or you fail to establish in the competitive world, then you are worthless. That is not the demarcation of human growth and development. But Swamiji says the divinity, and in that divinity we have to awaken. And that is a great task for which Sri Ramakrishna came. And he did his all sadhanas. And he contributed it or transferred it to Swami Vivekananda in a written note that Naren will teach. And that authority and Sri Ramakrishna's message we find through the mouth of Swami Vivekananda. He said that it is not me, whatever has come out, it is only he, it is the Lord Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna is the embodiment of the whole teachings of the ancient India from still beginning till now today. Whatever the spiritual thoughts have been thought over, whatever the spirituality has been lived by the saints and sages of the world in time, from time immemorial, all that has been consolidated in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. And his only one cry was God realization. Realize God first and do everything rest. But how can it be done? That's the point. And that a practical path has been established by Swami Vivekananda, keeping the same principle of God realization as the goal of life. And that message should be transmitted, should be given to everyone, each individual in the world, to awake, 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 and to say everyone, you are great, come up and bring out your own potentiality. So Swamiji is calling the call and call. That call. These are the call centers. Phone call centers. The call centers, all the Swamis come, they always give this message. And to bring out our potential energy, potential strength. And that's why Ramakrishna mission, we have no scope much here, but still in every center of ours, do according to their capacity what is possible. The awakening of the consciousness is to be done by unselfishness. And unselfish activity, thinking of others. Thinking of others as a human being is a charity. No charity. Doing the same service with the attitude, the service to God. I am serving God. In practical life, our spiritual life is only divided into two segments. One is secular, another is spiritual. When I am in the shrine room, when I am in the morning time in my shrine room, I am spiritual. And whole day is non-spiritual. This call, what for these organizations, these Vedanta centers are, to call, make it known. Every moment of life, every action can be deified and can be applied for invoking the spirit within. So that's a great transformation, what Swami Vivekananda wanted of all of us. And that's why the centers have been, that's why these centers we call as Ramakrishna's physical body. Why physical body? Here all of us come here. We monks and new devotees all come. For whom? Not for any man. It may be appearing as a man, but it is for Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Ma, they call us. And that's the call. And this we need to, we are in our life's journey, we all know how we come to God. Little something happens, maybe some misery, some suffering, might blow, some separation, some anxieties, some worries. Then we run and at least to find some place of solace. It's a call of God. But that call is not sustainable. To make that call sustainable, you need somebody to awaken it, to hit it. It's again and again, reminding the truth again and again. So this is the place that it is calling, call and call, till the sleeping God awake. And then a transformation, inner transformation happens. And as he said, we are leave from the animal life to the human life, and human life to divine life, and divine life transcending that, we meet the purpose of our life. So Swamiji's idea, call and call till the sleeping God awake. And how it will do? It had to do the several levels. That's why Ramakrishna movement works in different levels to awaken the consciousness. Awaken the consciousness of a hungry person? How? Don't give spiritual ideal, you are Brahman, you are Atman. Give them a plate of food. Who is not able to sustain his monthly supplies, train them with something so that they can earn their money. That is the awakening. And then those who have some education, give them something more, sustainable something. So every facets of life, this mission works. From the physical needs to the intellectual need to the spiritual need. Intellectual need, yes, so much of philosophy, so much of confusion. Come to Vedanta, come to understand what is spirituality, what is God, what is divinity, and what is the separation in the divine level between you and me. So that these all lessons, all teachings is being transmitted through this order in our sanghas. And this particular center also humbly doing that job by soup kitchen, by this opening, this is a pioneering work which this center has at least attempted to do that, to have a clinic with the doctor to give some service to the homeless and to the people who cannot have any insurance or something. That's just a physical need, intellectual need, understanding logically spiritual life and how to make us spiritual. Not going to temple and churches and just bowing down on your head or dipping into the waters of Ganga can make us pure, no? Purity can come. Thakur said, we need not have to contradict there. But we don't feel the effect. That's why Mirabai's song is, Sadhan karna chahiye manuwa, bhajan karna chahiye. Prem lagana chahiye manuwa, preet karna chahiye, bhajan karna chahiye. So what he's talking, do it practice, not taking a dip in the Ganga will make one spiritual. And Ramakrishna also suggested that the saints will be waiting on the trees, just on the bank of the river. And as soon as we come out, again it jumps into our. That's why no transformation happens. So that's why it is, that will not do only, but to call the inner divinity. Only eating this food or that food does not make anyone spiritual. That lesson, that understanding is very vital for our spiritual growth and development. We get this message again and again, that it's purity of life, that's the unselfishness, unselfish character, how we can develop our identity from little body-mind identity, me and mine, to thee and thine. How we can expand? By service. And service, we start with human, but attitude should be changed. It is not human, but God in the human. Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva. So this principle, that is to be implemented into our life, and how much we have succeeded is not required. But we are hearing again and again all this message, and also some practical demonstration. It is happening in India. Tremendous work is going on, as you know, and all the Ramakrishna mission centers are working for the education field, in the field of health and relief area and orphanage area. So in various ways, and from there to the intellectual level, to the school, college and university, and from there to the building a spiritual life, from the President Maharaj and others giving mantra, initiation, and people are developing in their inner spiritual growth and development. So we find that Swami Vivekananda just called that way, die you must, but have a great ideal to die for. And it is better to die with a great ideal in life. So these are the calls. And where shall we hear all these things? Normally we don't hear. Wherever we go, what we hear? Eat, sleep, be happy, or fight, or grab something, go and show your pride, your ego. And why it is said, die you must, we'll die one day. What's that? But let us die, have a great ideal to die for, great ideal, to awaken the divinity within, and I will have to feel that I am divine, not this body and mind. It's a high ideal, too high an ideal. For our day-to-day life, we may sometimes feel we talk big things, but where is the practical application? This is the practical application which is being taught and preached and practiced. In our centers, every center, they try to connect with, to understand, to change the ideas of other religions. We go to the interfaith, at least the voice they hear first. They are talking about interfaith understanding, interreligious understanding. And when they hear, most of the time we say, it is the thought, it's our thought. It's not no one has a patent of it. Patent is the rishis are the patents. But still, they hear sometimes. Some of the people of other religion, Christianity, Islam, I have seen many, they get to know. They didn't know that that type of idea is there. that we are all heading towards the one goal through our different paths of journey. It's unbelievable that effect is coming. It is Ramakrishna working. It is Ramakrishna's message going. That's why Swamiji said, it may be that I shall cast this body off like an old worn-out garment, but I shall not cease to work. I shall inspire men everywhere until the world shall know that is one with God. What a great commitment. And he is doing that. But sometimes we are worthless fellows though, but he makes some instrument out of us. And we are blessed to have that. And you are also blessed that you are also trying to live up to that. And this center, like this center in all over any part of the world, it's all centers for inspiration, to awaken our divinity, and to preach that divinity, to live that divinity, to understand that I am interacting with you, a divine in you. In you is the same reality in me. And then every work becomes worship. What a transformation. That message is very rare to understand. Very rare that is preached or practiced. We are practicing, we may fail 1,000 times. That I am a monk, I am thinking that yes, I will serve Shiva in you. But I forget. But never mind failures. Failures are pillars of success. At least I try. People don't know this philosophy, why to try? The question of trying does not come. So this is very important. And in this journey, say Chicago Center is more than 8 years, no? Now? How many years now Chicago Center started?
New building.
Huh.
20 we purchased.
Oh, new building, 20th. See, the Swami has purchased a new harmony, home of harmony. What is that ideal? It's all the religion to meet together. It is unusual thought, an unprecedented thought in others' mind. Not a harmony of total, there is no such place. Now interfaith meetings are going on. At least some people are coming to there. But the center created for where religion, all religious people will come, they will preach their religion from that center. Not that we will preach for them. Their expert people will teach. So this is a unique type of movement which Sri Ramakrishna started, centering around spirituality. This organization's foundation is spirituality. No other thing less than spirituality. But that spirituality is a thing very fine and higher. To rise into that platform of oneness with the divinity, we'll have to start at a journey. And these institutions, these centers, these Vedanta centers in the West, in that humble way, trying to manifest from helping in different levels, by being helping, getting help. Not that I am helping you, but I am helping myself. That's a great idea also, new idea. Always we knew I am the preacher, I am the master, I teach you, you students sit. But this is the only place where you will find, I learn by thinking about this. Swamiji said all these things, I am thinking aloud. And then both are getting the benefit. That spirit makes a difference between that of mere preaching. And mere preaching, everyone can give big verdicts, big lessons. But to implement and practice and try to manifest in our life is very, very difficult. But that's why we need repeated reminders. And that repeated reminders, these centers do. So, I think that this is a 25 years of this center. Yes, we see so many things has come out. The building started there, as we saw, and that was the only place when we used to come, one place. And the same routine Atmajnana Swami maintains. I appreciate him. The same routine. When I first came this house, one shrine, and then get up in the morning and come. The same puja, the same mantra. So many years. People get bored. No. I did it 1 year, 1 month, that's okay. this is cold, this is hot, this is summer, this is rain. No gap. And continuously the same practice is going on. Practice. And then from there, all the wooded area, then all this gradually came up, one part and second part and this part. It is not the physical development only. We have to think, during this last 25 years, how many persons have felt peace and joy, got something positive and concrete in life, in the worthless feeling of life, the frustration of life. How many have come out of that? I have seen many who were in the deepest darkness of their depression have come out into their life. A homeless person have nothing. How this center has helped to bring him into his status. Then he's practiced his spirituality. The question is that everyone is to be lifted from their level to the highest level. Not that we can do much. It's not important. If in our own life we can serve one person with this spiritual attitude, it is our benefit. And this 25 years journey, I am coming every year, once, twice, to enjoy good food and good music and other things. But I really feel joy to see so many people are getting inspiration, and they come and feel some of their, as if it is their home. And development in spirituality, unselfishness, love for others, consideration for others, thinking of others, and ultimately putting some honor to each other. So this is I think the success of any organization is not how much is financially strong. And the Ramakrishna Mission's ideal is not that. But we need money to continue. Without your support, how it be this way where we are now? But that is not the sign of a development. Rather, many pompous things disturbs the fundamental principles. Could look at the Catholic movement, church movement. When it became the religion of the kings, then what happened? All pomp and prosperity, gold and this and that came. And naturally the spirituality was shared with that. So we should have to remember this 25 years occasion, that this life is precious and we have to develop our spirituality as suggested or inspired by Swami Vivekananda, and to make it manifest in our life and to touch the divine which is within by our daily practice, by our sincere effort, wherever we are. And success of Vedanta Society will be much more if we all join together in this journey for self-realization, or journey for knowing, or journey for loving God, or journey to realize God in our humble way. And from the young boys and girls who are sitting here, that is your opportunity more. Only 25 years, it will be another so many years. So you can all join in this movement and be a flag bearer, hoisting the ideal of Swami Vivekananda. Stand up and awake, find out your own divinity. So this is the way we are to inspire. And we are to be inspired, we are to practice that, and we have to give that to the society. Let people see us. The success of our center's development is that they will see us, the devotees, the monks, and they will see, oh, there's something special. I see in their face something special. They're little peaceful, they're harmless, they are good people, they think of others. And gradually, more than that, they will feel certain vibration, which is rare in the world to get. So we pray to Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother and Swami Vivekananda to inspire all of us, and so that we can develop in our life that spirituality. And I thank all the Swamis for coming again, and Swami Atmagyanananda, Swami Brahmarupananda, and Bhaswatananda is all joined. I have forgotten to say that. He is a part, we are all part together. And our Kumar was there. he has also added. So everyone comes to be corrected. We are to change here and to change others. So let Sri Ramakrishna bless us all. Thank you all.
Page 21. হৃদয় গোমুখী হইতে করুণা গঙ্গা বহিয়া যায়, এসো ছুটে এসো কে আছো মানব শুষ্ক কণ্ঠ পিপাসায়। বঙ্গ হৃদয় গোমুখী হইতে করুণা গঙ্গা বহিয়া যায়, এসো ছুটে এসো কে আছো মানব শুষ্ক কণ্ঠ পিপাসায়। বঙ্গ হৃদয় গোমুখী হইতে ব্যর্থ বাসনা অনল দাহন, সহিলে কত না জনম মরণ। ব্যর্থ বাসনা অনল দাহন, সহিলে কত না জনম মরণ। আলে আর সাথে ছুটিতে ছুটিতে, আলে আর সাথে ছুটিতে ছুটিতে, সমজ সলিল শীঘ্রকার। স্নিগ্ধ সলিলে পারে ডুবিলে, সকল জাগা জুড়াবে তাই। বঙ্গ হৃদয় গোমুখী হইতে করুণা গঙ্গা বহিয়া যায়, এসো ছুটে এসো কে আছো মানব শুষ্ক কণ্ঠ পিপাসায়। বঙ্গ হৃদয় গোমুখী হইতে জাহ্নবীতীরে তৃষ্ণা কাতর, অন্ধ যে জন খোঁজে সরোবর। জাহ্নবীতীরে তৃষ্ণা কাতর, অন্ধ যে জন খোঁজে সরোবর। রাম কৃষ্ণ পুত
तब कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविविरीरितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गिरन्ति भूरिदा जना भुवि गिरन्ति भूरिदा जना। आपनाते अपनी থেকো মন, আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। তুমি যেও না কো কারো ঘরে, আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। যা চাবি তবু তীর্থগমন শুধু দুঃখ ভ্রমণ, মন চাটন করো না রে। তীর্থগমন শুধু দুঃখ ভ্রমণ, মন চাটন করো না রে। আনন্দ ত্রিবেণীর স্নানে, আনন্দ ত্রিবেণীর স্নানে শীতল হনা মূলাধারে। আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। কি দেখো কমলাকান্ত মিছে বাজি এস সারে। কি দেখো কমলাকান্ত মিছে বাজি এস সারে। সেই বাজি করে চিনলে না রে, সেই বাজি করে চিনলে না রে। সে যে তোমার ঘটে বিরাজ করে। আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। তুমি যেও না কো কারো ঘরে, আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। যা চাবি তা বসে পাবি, যা চাবি তা বসে পাবি। শুধু খোঁজনি অন্তঃপুরে, আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। আপনাতে আপনি থেকো মন। ও নিরঞ্জনং নিত্যমনন্তরূপং ভক্তানুকম্পাধিতবিগ্রহং বৈ ঈশাবতারং পরমেশমিঢং তং রামকৃষ্ণং শিরসা নমামি।